we are finally at that time where the Switch 2 launches this week, on obviously Thursday, June the 5th. And well, it's been a hectic ride so far, let's just say that. Because obviously recently, you have stuff like cancellations of pre-orders, which is wow, okay, why? I have no idea why. I've been trying to find information, and to be honest, I didn't know it was like different parts of the world, I guess, or not exactly. I only know America and UK. Like, UK is game, obviously. They was cancelling pre-orders, and I was really thinking, whoa, what's going on here? Why are they cancelling the pre-orders? And it kind of made me worried. But then I was like, hold on, that's game. The game's kind of going down a little bit. And to be honest, it just kind of it's had a rocky time, I guess, over the years. Because it just isn't really popular. But that's just, game. But then I hear stuff like Walmart is getting like the same treatment, and I'm like, what exactly is going on, And it's like, why? I don't still, I really want to know why, because it's just not really making too much sense, unless maybe there's just too much demand and stuff like that. But then I'm hearing stuff like about the pre-orders cancellation is like, yeah, your card, or they don't, something about your money not going through, and it's like, what? Again, it's really weird. I hope this gets addressed. I know GameStop has now, I guess, sorted out their situation when it comes to pre-order cancellations, and I hope Walmart does as well, though I've been hearing a lot of stuff about Walmart, so it's not too shocking when it comes to stuff like that. So yeah, we have that going on, and honestly, pre-orders itself has just been really hectic. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. So watch out for, notifications about your pre-order for your system, because you never know when it's just going to be, I don't know, taken off just like. So yeah, make sure you keep an eye on that. But yeah, the Switch 2, like I said, does launch this week, and I know there's a lot of concerns or things like that, and I'm not here to exactly remedy that, because I don't know, there's like a lot of videos that kind of does that already, so I'm not gonna really do that. It's more just concerns I feel like a lot of people have, including me, which is the concerns I'm going to be talking about really, is the ones that I have. But let me know in the comment section below what you guys have when it comes to the Switch 2 and what you're hyped about. I would like to know in the comment section below, so make sure to do that. And if you're enjoying this video so far and, just generally popping by and enjoying it, then, make sure to like that video. And, click the subscribe button if you're liking it so far, and you want to see more Smash or more Nintendo stuff and just generally gaming stuff on the channel, then yeah, make sure to hit that notification bell, that way you get my videos first. Anyway, let's go on. I think my number one concern at this moment in time is basically the Switch 2 transfer, because I really hoped that you could probably just transfer a certain amount of things bit by bit. But it seems like the Switch 2 transfer, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but it seems like basically everything at once just gets transferred. What I mean by that is like your albums, your friend list, your games, which, yeah, you're probably thinking, well, go figure, boy, that's probably gonna how it's work anyway, so why did you think it was gonna work differently? Well, it's purely because I thought maybe you could do it like bit by bit, but that's like one little minor concern. But overall, I don't mind. I just have to really go through my album and actually delete many of my photos and videos. Some of them I'm probably just going to transfer to my phone or something before I do so, because some of them are actually kind of funny. I should actually upload them as shorts on the channel, because it's just funny. One thing I do hope, which regarding about the actual albums are, well, yeah, pretty much albums, are the, I guess, resolution of the images and video, because dude, they look like they're like maybe 720p when it comes to the videos of your recordings. Well, I know they're just 30 seconds, but still, they do a little bit look kind of rough. They look kind of choppy, and most of the times I look like I was speaking a whole different language right there. They look like they're running at 720p 60 FPS. I still can't believe I just said that. I sound like Courage the Cowardly Dog. But yeah, so that's like a little nitpick I would say again, is the resolution, and just it doesn't look so pretty when you're trying to show it, especially on your phone, or like, yeah, it kind of looks iffy on your phone. And then when you're trying to put that out there, maybe on YouTube or something, maybe you're trying to use a little clip of it, and it's like, I said clip it, not snip it. We're gonna ignore that, but yeah. So it's just little things like that. I think another problem, which is the biggest worry, which I know is probably solved, and it affected everyone during the Switch one. I think you know why this is such a big thing, is that Joy-Con drift. Now I feel like it's pretty much remedied, but that doesn't mean that it can't happen again. Obviously, it's normal to have Joy-Con. Oh no, okay, whoa, Void. That's not normal. It is normal to have drifty controls over time. And maybe like, I don't know, 20 or 10 years or something down the line that you know, your stuff kind of drifts and messes all about. So it does make sense. I just hope that it doesn't happen like maybe after a year or a couple months, 6 months after. But I don't know, it's just because of how things are. I think they wouldn't want to botch this right now and have that crossover, so I think they did fix completely. I don't know, that's just one little kind of concern. Most of these for me are quite tiny concerns. They don't have anything problematic other than that, you know, maybe the games and how they're optimized for the Switch, because I just feel like some developers might cheap out, but I feel like majority of them will probably try to do a good job, or if not, try to send it out to companies that can do a very good job at porting over games, such as, I don't know, maybe for example Marvel Rivals and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know, I don't know why I made this section at all, because I really have very little minute concerns when it comes to the Switch. Maybe I guess battery life, but I don't know, it's because I haven't really played my Switch 1 in handheld because of drift. So I'm just gonna enjoy it until I actually get bored of it. Well, not get bored of it, until I'm like, yeah, I had enough. I could actually probably think about, is battery even good enough, sort of thing. So yeah, I don't know, I don't really have major concerns, but I do. So last thing, sorry, I was gonna talk about games, but I'll save it for a different video and different discussion. So I want to talk about the launch titles of the Switch 2. They honestly seem really good in my opinion. I know a lot of people are not really impressed by it because it's probably games that they've already played. If not, they're just old games. They're not exactly brand new ones, and the new ones are pretty much releasing in the coming months afterwards, like Metroid Prime 4, Pokemon Legends EA, Donkey Kong Bonanza, and then you also got next year, which is Dust Bloods. So yeah, they're all spread out and stuff like that. But what I will say is that the launch title is pretty strong in my opinion. Very strong and tight. It has a well verse of different games. But that's more than what I can say about Switch 1, which released to the games like Skylanders, Imaginators, Super Mario Art, which again, Super Mario Art is a good game in my opinion. I played a heck out of that, mainly with more multiplayer than anything else. But it's a really good game. 1-2 Switch. Tell me why that game is actually good in the first place. It's a game you probably play for 1 hour and then drop it the next 365 days. Honestly, it's not really that cool of a title. Then you also got other games like, I think, what, Snipperclips? It's an alright game. It's a nice, you know, short experience. But then there's nothing really else. There's nothing else you can really dig into when it comes to investing your time in. That's why I like the Switch 2's launch a lot better. You have stuff like Street Fighter 6, which you can play World Tour mode, and then you can train and play online and stuff like that, fight against other players. So there's a lot there, and then you also got Cyberpunk, which is probably a decent sized game. I actually don't know too much about Cyberpunk's, you know, length of the game and all that stuff. I'm pretty much kind of very new to Cyberpunk because it's not a game that really, well, at first piqued my interest, especially because we all know why, of how the buggy state it released in. So yeah, obviously you got stuff like that. But then there's other games like, you know, Mario Kart World, which is going to be a, you know, probably everyone's first game they play on the Switch 2. Whether it's at a friend's, family, or someone else's Switch, maybe even yours. But again, you probably will play that game at some point, and you'll probably pick that up day one. If not, I don't know, soon, because it's probably a really good title, and overall it does seem pretty lit. I can't believe I said that, but yeah, again, a lot of these games are pretty alright in my opinion. I feel like they're really solid, so I don't really have too much issues when it comes to that. So yeah, the Switch 2 is launching this week and it's probably going to be everyone's go-to system, or maybe not their main system, but it's definitely one they take on the go and stuff like that. For me, I feel like I probably won't do that. I wouldn't take it everywhere because I didn't do that with Switch 1. I personally don't go any places, so yeah, that doesn't really benefit me, but it's nice to go up and down stairs. Yeah, I don't really go much. I should probably touch some grass or something, as everyone else would say, or I don't know, kids today would say. So, yeah, you got stuff like that, and let me know if you think it's good enough to launch titles and the Switch 2 and what it has to offer, because for me, it's ticking off all the boxes. I'm really excited for GameCube Online. I think I've mentioned that, or if not, I'll probably cut that out. But because I've recorded, or tried to re-record this bit for a good while. So yeah, GameCube Online for me is probably the most interesting thing because it's just GameCube. Like, it flattens out anything else. And the fact that you're getting stuff like Pokemon Colosseum and Gale of Darkness over the coming months, yeah, you already signed the deal that it's going to be pretty awesome. So that's where I think my interest lies. It might be obviously different from yours, of course it would be. So yeah. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like the video as well as subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell, that way you get my videos first. And well, yeah, I make stuff about Smash or really Nintendo, Resident Evil, and Final Fantasy at times, and other things. But yeah, if there's anything else that piques your interest, then let me know, and I'll probably try to cover it on the channel. But yeah, that all said and done, peace out guys.